Hey, what's going on? Hex, Pulsechain, Community Texans. Hey, we got a great stream tonight. We got a awesome woman. She's been so integral in the Pulsechain Hex community, and she's joined us here on the Texan Gale Day tonight. And hope you guys enjoy it. I'm gonna bring her in. It's Blakc HEXican, and I also have HEXican with me. So here they are. Yeah.
Hi guys.
Hey.
Happy to be here.
So yeah, I reached out to Blakc HEXican, everyone, and it looks like she's been very busy. I think she was just in Austin, Texas, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I know that Matt and Rags and a bunch of the whole crew were down there at TEXACON doing their thing, just being freedom fighters. So I'm real interested to hear what happened in Austin with you guys with the Pulsechain tour and the whole giddy up with, the captain and everyone doing their thing.
Yeah, sure. The tour has been awesome. I just got to start by saying, bear market, there's a lot of people that have the blues, that don't want to be involved, that don't want to do so much. So numbers wise, it's not like we're just knocking it out the park, right? 100 plus people at every event. But the people that do come, they're either extremely new and you can just see the excitement, right? That they're like, that someone has told them that they're capturing crypto at just the right time, and they have this like energy as if Hex was at 50 cents, like the way we were when we were like at the top. That's how these new people are coming in, understanding that they are capturing like the opportunity of a lifetime. And then you have the people that have been a part of the space, a part of Pulsechain, a part of Hex for, probably since the beginning or for a really long time, and they're just so motivated to bring other people in. So the energy at these events, it's unmatched, right? Like this, to me, this is what crypto is about. It's about the community building. It's about making real life relationships with people, because we're all on this, like path. And that's what we feel when we go to these events. Austin was amazing. I think what I like most about our tour is that it's not the same thing every single event, right? When I did the Hex tour with the Crypto Sparkle guys, it was their tour. So it was every event was Abit and Patrick doing their spiel. That's wonderful for the people that are coming, right? But for me, going to every single event, it was like, okay, I know this show, right? But even for me, every event is so different and has a much different impact than the last one. At this one, we had our guy, our Texan founder, Crypto Heartbeat. And when I tell you, like his energy, I said the same thing about Rags. These two guys, when they are in person doing their thing, you may like them on stream, but you will love them in person. I mean, they get you excited. They get you thinking. I absolutely love both of those two when you get to see them in person. And I've had the opportunity to see Rags in Atlanta and in Charlotte, and now Heartbeat in Austin. And it was absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, I know. I met you the first time on the Crypto Sparbuck, the Austin meetup. And I remember that I spoke with Matt on like a Zoom call, like probably like 2 months prior to that, because he just started kind of doing the Pulsechain streams. And here I'm thinking, man, I just dropped like 4 years of salary into this Pulsechain crap. What the heck am I doing? And like just trying to like connect with people, you know what I mean? And he said, hey, I'm going to be going to Austin. I said, I'm going to get on a plane, go down there. And then I remember I met you, and we go to like some Steve Aoki rave and everything like that.
Oh
You know what I mean? And it's just like, first you're like, what are you doing in VIP? Who are you? And I'm just some dude from Oregon trying to hang out. Is this cool? But like really part of it was just like, man, I'm going to go down and meet Matt in person, and it's all about like those in-person meetups. It's just, it's awesome. And, I know we've met each other in a number of different places. You came up to Oregon, seen you up in Seattle. Yeah, good times, And,
golf tournament. You were a big part of that.
Oh yeah, Vegas. Yeah, of course. Yeah, all that fun stuff. It's hot as hell down there that day, but I think it was 110 degrees.
Oh, it was so hot. I don't even want to talk
That's
about
the
that.
only thing that made me feel better about not being able to go, to be honest.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Because I was upset, but then I seen how hot it was, and I was like, "Oh, I would have threw up." Like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Good thing about Vegas is most of the time you spend indoors, but for that golf tournament, those guys that were out
I
there
heard
golfing,
stories.
wow, they were
It was
some
insane.
real troopers.
You know, and that's like you throwing off like a lot of those shindigs, if you will, like, you know, putting together like the golf tournament and all that kind of stuff. I was like, when I heard like, well, first, when like David, you know, Southwest Indiana was like, hey, I want you to kind of join this Texan thing. I'm like, are you just wanting me to stream a lot or what's going on? You know, I didn't really understand the whole
Yes. No, just kidding.
but you know, I didn't know the makeup of it, of him being like, no, I want you to kind of come be a part of this like group of people, like, you know, Brandon and Matt and Hexy and, you know, David and Robert. And then I seen that you, Blakc HEXican, were like joining the team in a sense of, you know, I think of it a lot more than just a token. I think of it as this group of like freedom fighters that really want to make a change in the world. And I was like, yeah, these are the people I want to surround myself with.
Yeah.
These are the people that I see us making a huge difference in the world. And I was like, yeah, this is it. And so I just kind of wanted to ask the questions of like, you know, what is it that was like attracted you to that idea of that invitation that, you know, hey, will you come join this Texan team? You know, because I know you think of it more than just a token.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I could speak on that a little bit. So I guess I got to back it up to first say why it is I was even interested in Texan, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
before the team, there was a token, and I was very interested in this token. And it's really because I have a background in nonprofit leadership.
Yeah.
So me and Matt, he's always been one of the streamers that I've always had a lot of admiration for, because our backgrounds to me were similar. He doesn't mind putting his religion out there on a platform for people to know that that's where he comes from, and that's the same type of background that I come from. My grandfather is a pastor, so I grew up in the church. When I graduated from college and I went back to San Diego, I had the opportunity to go into, you know, my career as far as like what I majored in. And then I had also had a child. And so me having the child, I wanted to put her in the church's schools. And in doing that, me going to the school to enroll her, I realized that there was a great need for someone with my skill set. So I completely changed my career path and I decided to dedicate 15 years of my life working for the church, working for the school. The school is a nonprofit organization. And in running that school, I ran into challenges,
Mm-hmm.
mainly with fundraising, right? You're running a private Christian school where corporations, banks, whatnot, don't want to give to your institution because it is religious based. So running into these hurdles, I decided to go back to school, get my master's in nonprofit leadership. And through that, I realized that I was having the same problems that pretty much anyone in the nonprofit space was also facing. Fundraising was a huge issue. And we were stuck in this same, I don't even know what to call it, but just this circle of how do you get funds? It's these 1, 2, 3 ways, right? Either you do these big galas or you just, cold call and you're just asking people direct for money or whatnot. And to me, there just had to be another way. There had to be a bigger goal objective. And so when Matt introduced this idea of an endowment token, right?
Mm-hmm.
Endowment on the blockchain that goes directly to the nonprofit that supports the work that they're doing, but then also embraces, this new financial world that I fell in love with. To me, it was a no-brainer, right? I immediately understood what it was he was trying to accomplish and immediately wanted to support this regardless of, back then you want to talk about like toxic maxi. Like it was a different time. Now you see, because we have this layer one, a lot of people are a lot more, free to dibble and dabble with NFTs and everything else. But at that point, it was really just like, you talk about anything other than Hex, say you're like a pariah. And I did not care. Like, to me, it was about the bigger picture. If crypto was ever going to be, you know, not just for, I don't want to just say nerds, but like people in the tech space, right? If we were ever going to branch out, then you had to have different narratives. And this was the first time that I saw a narrative that went after people that had nothing to do with crypto, right? These were people that supported the organization that they believed in. And because of that, now we were onboarding them, we were teaching them what decentralized finance was. So that's kind of where it started. And I think because of that, because of my interest in what they were doing, I think Rags has told me that I was probably like one of the first people to like invite him on stream and be like, hey, come talk to me about this token and what it is that you guys are doing. And from there, I started really liking Rags, because I'm not gonna lie. First time I saw Rags, I was like, what are these goofy ass shades? This dude is weird. Like, this is like me and Matt. I was like, yeah, this is my type of dude. Rags, I was like, I don't know. But after I actually talked to him and I saw like how smart he is and how much research he does, like, do you guys, when you watch his streams, like, do you see how prepared he is and like how deep he goes into subjects? And so from then on, I was a huge fan of both him and Matt. And I've always just wanted to support the community in any way that I could. And so I want to say maybe like a week or so ago, now we've done many events over the last few months, me and Rags and then me and Matt. So we've had opportunities to just kind of chat or whatnot. And so Rags gives me a call and he goes, hey, you know, we're building something really special here. And we have a community of people that we like being around, right? Like, we enjoy each other's company. We are like-minded. We all want the same things. And I think that you would, you know, be a good add into this. And it was a no-brainer for me again. I was like, absolutely, whatever I can do to support. You know, I'm not the biggest streamer. That's not something that I just love doing, you know, so I don't know that that's, you know, what they wanted from me. But if I can lend my skill set in any way, whether that's events or, you know, organizing, whatever it is, I'm here for it, willing to pitch in.
Yeah, I mean, your skill set, you seem to be like the boss lady when it comes to like, I mean, call it what it is. When you are in your element and in that zone, it's like, get out the way. The boss lady's taking care of things. You know, you're just organizing, and you do a great job at it. You really do. And it's, you know, everyone has these gifts and talents that they bring to the table in all walks of life. And I'm just excited to see all the puzzle pieces, how they kind of come together in this. So it's cool.
Yeah. And I love, you know, to be challenged, you know, with a new objective, a new mission. Like, literally right after I got off that phone call, my brain just starts going, what can we do? Like, and then I had all these different ideas. And then David gave me a call and I started kind of like, you know, throwing some of them at him. And he was like, yes, this is exactly, you know, what we want. Like, we don't need everybody to be the same. We don't need everybody to, you know, do this or do that. We just want people that are passionate and dedicated, that are willing to lend their, you know, ideas or energy to the project. And so I'm definitely willing to do that. And I got a lot of love for TEXAN. People may not know. Matter of fact, look, I'm wearing my Frenchies sweatshirt today. Unless you're from Houston, you probably don't know what Frenchies is. but Frenchies is a staple out there. It is a fried chicken restaurant that has just like grown from one little, you know, hole in the wall shack to like now there's Frenchies all over Houston. My best friend actually works for the corporation out there. So I still go. I've graduated from college at University of Houston, so I still visit there very frequently. And now my oldest daughter is a senior in high school, and her first choice is U of H. So she may be following in mom's footsteps and heading that way as well. So a lot of love for TEXAN or Texas. My husband's from Dallas. So
now U of H is Cougars, right?
Yes.
Yes, you guys are Cougars, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, shout out. I know, I'm sure David Lee, we always hear, Matt give him the shout out, the man from Southwest Indiana. And here there, like David Lee drives down from like Southwest Indiana down to Texas to be part of that Texicon. I know he's probably listening, and here he's driving back doing like a straight drive through from Texas to Indiana. I mean, just like putting it out there, just being a servant to the community. And like, so many times that you have done also, as far as just like doing so much work without like, you're not like getting some salary, or it's just like your passion for the community in which you are doing. I mean, so you know what I mean? It's just awesome work. So
Yeah. I gotta give a shout out to David Lee. I'm sure you guys do that all the time, but that man is a special breed. I had the opportunity to talk to him, and he kind of just went through his background a little bit, his story, how he was, called to the faith, and it was just really, really touching. And I just have a lot of love for him now, getting to know him a little bit better. And that's really what it's all about, right? We make these connections, we meet people, and from all different backgrounds, all different walks of life. Like on this screen, maybe, I don't know if Robert is from Texas. Probably none of us are from Texas, but we are all here supporting this cause because, we understand what the mission is, right?
Right.
The goals are of not only the token itself, but the organization that the token has supported, and it's about freedom.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Hope everybody's doing well this evening. I'm just driving home from work, so that's why my camera's not on. But it's great to see you again, Blakc HEXican. The first time we met was at the Pulsechain tour in Atlanta, and I wanted to buy my very first Pulsechain and Hex t-shirts, but I didn't have cash on me. I didn't have PayPal. I had a credit card, and you went above and beyond to, take care of me. And I was like, I want to support
To
the
take
people.
your money. I'm just kidding. we're good at doing that.
Well, I mean, of course, but I'm like, if I'm going to buy, some, Pulsechain Hex t-shirts, which I didn't have any, I was like, well, I want to support the people on the Pulsechain tour because they're out here putting their time, their money, going from state to state, city to city. So it's like, I really want to support them. And it was really nice to meet everybody in person, and especially getting to meet Brandon for the first time, and Mutable. I mean, it's always nice when the team can get together. And I'm originally from Mobile, Alabama, and I've been living in Florida for about, I think about 12 years. So for me, it's all about win Texas, so that's the goal, to move. So I don't want a Lambo. I just want to move to Texas.
Same, Robert.
Yeah, is that the goal? Or John, you trying to move to Texas too?
I think when you came up to Oregon, you're kind of like, so what's up with this Portland thing? Like should we be worried? And like, like I've been to Austin a lot of times, and I would say like I've been to Dallas and San Antonio, but for some reason I know that Austin's a little more liberal and artsy, but I do like the live music scene there. So to answer your question, I would love to have like some type of second citizenship, or I don't know exactly how it pans out, but I think we all know like where I'm from, the trajectory of Portland and Oregon and all that kind of stuff is not looking good. And it's like, where you're from, Cali, same thing. I think we all know that like we're not on the right path. And like, like Matt always says, where do good people go? And it's, he's trying to build this Texas thing, and if it's the nation of Texas, then I'm all about it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Same. I can't get there fast enough.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I lived there for about 6.5 years, and my husband is born and raised in Dallas, Texas. So it's not completely out of the question that we return. But I'm just not gonna lie, like it is hard to leave California weather. Like The tornadoes, the hurricanes, that is so scary
Earthquakes.
for me. Yeah, like I lived through one of the biggest hurricanes that Houston had. I think it was Rita, and
Mm-hmm.
and that was just for someone who San Diego, like when it goes above 75, everybody's mad because it's hot. When it goes below 70, everybody's mad because it's cold. It was definitely a challenge to get used to all the seasons, but I still have a lot of love for Texas.
Yeah. Trap Gravity saying Harvey. I guess Harvey was a pretty bad hurricane.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Hey, and I'll take a moment to say hello, to Drix, and I know Pollywood's been down in Texas with you, and we got ourselves Mr. Godfather J6 has X Force One, and Rags was in here for a minute. So thanks for everyone coming out. Robert, you got some awesome road noise going on. But
So I'm interested to know or to hear a little bit more about what happened at TEXACON. I know none of you guys were there, but maybe you guys have heard a little bit. I saw Rags's post, and that just got y'all like excited, like, oh man, they're out there doing some really awesome
No,
work.
we haven't heard a lot. I'm excited to hear, and hopefully, like a stream soon, we can interview them. But
yeah,
I haven't heard a lot. But I know, I just like you said, I can tell it's been amazing. So I'm looking
I
forward to hearing.
I was talking to David earlier on the phone, and he was comparing like his experiences with like in-person meetups was like one of the best ones was the Vegas, Pulsechain one, and he said this Texacon thing was better.
Wow.
And he said that he was pretty stoked because I think he was talking with you, Hexi, and he was kind of, bummed or whatever like that. And he turned around and there's like 60 people at the meetup. Was it the Thursday meetup? Was it that what?
Yeah,
Yeah, it
I
was like
didn't. I didn't tell him. He just thought it was a Texan meetup, and I didn't
okay.
tell him that the TNM started an hour after we were, doing ours. So I knew it was going to be a huge thing, and he didn't. So he was super excited. He's like, "Oh, it's getting really busy in here." I'm like, "Just wait, you're a half an hour early still. You're not getting there till 7 o'clock." So
That's
it was
smart.
awesome surprise.
That
Yeah.
was really smart of you if you were the one who, came up with that idea, whoever did, to have yours right before theirs to be able to
I
engage.
have to give Matt most of the credit because he's like, I think they're doing something, reach out. So I reached out and it's just like, well, we'll be there too.
Yeah.
They already had
Cool.
the place like, saved for the night and planning on tons of TNM people going. So I was like, we'll be there an hour early. So
Very smart, very smart. So do you know if Texan is looking at I kind of asked Rags and he was like, no, I don't know. We haven't really talked about it, but are you looking to do more events, more things in the near future? I know there's like a big date coming up. I want to say in like February. Is that correct?
January,
Is it January?
the anniversary. Our anniversary is in January.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I don't know of anything that they've both been so busy. I would love to see meetups, but it's just like right now it's so hard to do anything. But it should be changing soon, I hope.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think that would be super cool. I think we've talked in the past about a Texan tour or a Texan meetup thing, but that's where it ended.
Yeah, I heard that you know how DJ Pollywood loves these tours. I guess he went to the Texacon meetup and was like, "Oh my gosh," he was like super enamored with like how like like everyone was just like organic and kind of new and fresh and excited and he was like, "When's the Texan tour? I want to do the Texan tour." And I could totally see him doing his rap and everything, you know what I mean? But
He's gonna
That
need a
would
new
be cool.
band.
yeah.
There's no space left on that one he's got. But yeah, that would be awesome. That was actually an idea that I brought up with David. Is that something that I really wanted to do on the Pulsechain tour, but it just didn't happen. I mean, I've even talked to you, John, about wanting to get within the colleges.
Yeah.
And
I
so,
remember. Yeah, you were
yeah.
supposed to come to, I think it was Ogden, Utah, like a college campus up
Yeah.
there. And I was like, I'll be there.
And it
But
just hasn't, worked out yet to where, the team that I'm working with is also as passionate and wanting to commit those resources, or we haven't had the connections to get within the university. But something that I know about Texas is that the colleges, there's so many of them. Like there's like Texas is about its college systems. All right. That was something that I noticed when I went to school there. When I was graduating high school, very few people, especially people from lower economic backgrounds, were talking about going to college. It was like California, you're either going into the military or you're going into the workforce. Like college is too expensive unless you have some type of full scholarship, that's just like in the background. Whereas in Texas, it's like everyone is going to college. Like they are preparing their kids from when they are extremely young. They have all types of resources in place to be able to make it to where it's not as expensive, and people really do like support the college systems. And it would be a lot easier to focus on a tour in one state that went to multiple colleges in that state, as opposed to trying to go to colleges all around the country. So I would really like to, support that effort and to help make that happen, because I think that, especially with college students, like if you know anything about Texans, is that they love Texas, right? So like to teach crypto in a way to where it speaks to them, that it's about like state pride as well as learning about, cryptocurrency, decentralized finance. I think that would be a huge success in that state. Yep. It's definitely something I'd like to help put into action.
I think that would be cool, because I don't know how, but I keep saying, especially in Texas, like we need the young people. Like there, and if we're talking about the TNM or Texas, we need some younger people. We need people that are going to be voting in the future, and to just collab it all would be amazing.
Yeah, and with the organization like you have behind you, it would be that much easier to be able to identify people that work within the colleges around the state. You have a huge network of people. And one thing about colleges is, I mean, that already reduces your tour costs because you're not paying for venues. At the very most that you need to do, like if you, let's say that you don't have a professor that's behind you, like Lamont, right? Where you have a class of students where, they have to listen because they have to show up to class. Even if you were to do more like common area type of events, all you have to do is pay for food. You pay for food and those college students are going to come running. Like that is all you need, and you will have a packed house. So I know that it could be extremely successful to organize something like that in that state.
Yeah, you might be onto something too with like Lamont and like trying to work in that angle with the DeFi and crypto and the Pulsechain community, and like maybe his connections with similar professors in the in the Texas community. I bet you we might have a little angle there we could start working. So you might be onto something. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Just doing what I do, bringing my little ideas to the table.
Well, I know we have some awesome banners that you could probably use that didn't make it to TEXACon on time. But yeah, we got all the swag if you do it.
Yeah.
So that'd be exciting.
Absolutely. Look, Drix agrees.
Yeah.
That comment.
For pizza.
I'm telling you, that's all you have to to do with the college students. Free
Yeah.
food. You don't even tell them what the event is. Just free food. So,
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know sometimes we go an hour, sometimes we go 45. How you feeling, Hexy? Hexy's just like, hey, it's been great. I mean, really, I wanted to
You
get
still
you
streaming?
on. Hey, I mean, I'll stream as long as it's up to about 45. But what I am trying to say is, I know that we wanted to have you on Blakc HEXican and just say like, hey, welcome, hello, how you doing? We're so glad that you've been out doing the Pulsechain tour and really doing the good work for the community. I mean, I know you've been away from your home. You've been sacrificing a lot of time and energy for everything that we want to become prosperous for us in this community, and we thank you for that. So, oh, there's Robert.
Oh,
Oh my God. Hey, put that
Hey,
out.
if you can, then I can smoke
Didn't
a
you get
cigar.
the memo that we're supposed to be being extra good,
We are being good. We're
Robert?
smoking a really good
Okay.
cigar. That is being good.
I have to say too that this stream has nothing to do with Matt or Brandon. It is purely the Texan team stream. So
They are
Brandon
not.
didn't bring you on the team to stream. Okay, I just want to make that clear, right, Robert? They
You
have
can,
nothing to do with this.
if I ever do anything crazy or go off the deep end, you are all more than welcome to deny ever knowing me. Be like, I don't know that guy.
Oh, for sure.
He was just a roadie. He just had nothing else better to do. He just needed some friends.
Yeah. That actually is a really good. Yeah, it works, Robert.
that
It
looks
does.
like the after work cigar there, huh?
Well, it is. It's been a long day, and it's I'm just outside on the back patio. It's quiet. I need to wind down. So
yeah.
Yeah.
How about them Cowboys?
Better than. How about those Cowboys?
They showed up today. I mean, it's not hard against those Giants. Sorry if there's any New York fans out there, but yeah, they did.
Sorry,
work.
not sorry.
Right. I hope Freddie Quotes is watching.
Yeah.
Is he a Giants fan?
Oh no, he just hates the Cowboys more than anyone I have
Yeah.
ever met. I've never seen anybody so passionate about their disdain for something.
No, me and Freddie don't see eye to eye on a lot. So that makes sense. Except for his music. I'll give him that. I appreciate his music.
yeah, he puts out some really amazing music and videos and content. And I think not too long ago, he posted something like voting for like best artist or something, and I was like, yeah, I got to give this guy my support. He puts a lot of work in. So
Yeah.
shout out to Freddie Quotes.
His newest song, is it called Revelations? I know it has like a Revelations theme.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
It's a really, good song as far as message, as far as bringing value in your music. So if you have not heard it, go to Freddie Quotes. I want to say it's on like multiple platforms. It might even be on Apple Music. But yeah, definitely check out Freddie Quotes' new song.
I know that Freddie Quotes and your husband, and when they were in Vegas, watching them live, I'm not trying to say that they were better than the other band, but they kind of were almost. I mean,
Say it.
they were good. They were
Say
good. Like
it.
they were like our crypto people were almost. Yeah, they put on a good one for sure. It was good.
Yeah, they definitely put on a good show in Vegas. I
They
enjoyed
did. I mean, it was. Yeah, that whole catwalk, everything about it. That was a good night. That was a fun night.
Yeah.
So
I can't wait to do it again. We just number
need some-
go up.
We need some green candles.
Yep.
But why I am talking about this because I tell people if it's something that's going to stress you financially, then no, you build your portfolio in the bear, right? That is the most important thing that you should do with your funds. But everybody is not hurting, right, financially. Some people make above average money in their jobs, and they still want to travel, they still want to do stuff. So check us out on Pulsechain Tour. We have the cruise coming up in just a couple weeks, leaving out of LA December 1st. I see my boy Drix in the chat. I know he'll be there with me, with a bunch of other community members. And the tour is not stopping. RG3 is committed to this. This is something that he believes wholeheartedly in. He says it all the time. And when I tell you the man is true to his word, he wants to fill stadiums. He wants people to know what crypto is, what real crypto is, what DeFi is, right? Most of our families, when FTX collabs and when things happen, what do they do? They call you and they're like, "Oh my God, did you lose all your money?" And then you're like, clearly you don't listen to anything that I say, because if you did, you would know that that is not a real crypto. And so we're going to keep going next year. We're going to be dropping the dates from what we're doing January through March, probably right around the beginning of December. I think we're going to announce it for the first time on the cruise, those new dates. And then on another personal note, I am still working with the Crypto Sparkbook team, KSB TV, and we will be doing a European tour next summer.
Okay.
That is in the books. We will June and July. We will be doing several different cities in Europe. So very excited about what the next year has to come. We got the happening. So I am optimistic that we will see number go up.
Yeah. So does that mean you're going to be going back to Europe?
I am. I will be
Yeah,
going back
cool.
to Europe and spending a lot more than just a week there. I'm going to be there for about 8 weeks. So I'm pretty stoked about that.
Jet set, Globetrotter, Blakc HEXican.
Yeah, and somewhere in there, I'm going to try and fit a little Texas college tour now.
I was just thinking, girl, I do not know how you're doing all this. You need a
Well,
clone.
school's out in the summer, so we have to do the Texas tour. I would love to do it when my daughter goes to college, like next fall. Right? I got to go out there to move her there anyways. I got a lot of connections there. Let's do it next fall.
Yeah.
So that's
Cool.
all.
Sounds good to
That's
me.
all. That's all. Well, hey, Robert, thanks for catching up with us. Hexy, thank you for all your help. I appreciate it. And, I think that we could wrap this up. Blakc HEXican, thank you so much. I'm super excited about what the future brings for all of us. And I know that we all have a lot of other things that we have to, attend to as far as families and all that kind of stuff. So I'm excited to get back into the evening of myself. But I appreciate everyone coming on.
Yeah, no, thank you for hosting, and it's always great to see everyone.
Yeah.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Well, cool, guys. Y'all take care, and we'll be talking to you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.